Okay, it's Colonel Cliff Soreen, and I don't want to tell you too much about this. Okay, come on. I know Donald Trump has been calling the news media fake news for a long time, but seriously, the sandstorm, that came from the Sahara Desert in Africa, blew across the Atlantic, right through the whole Caribbean, up into the Gulf of Mexico, into the United States, right up into Michigan. I don't know how far they're going to push this fake news, but if you still believe that the news is true, this one, well, okay, if you're 6 years old, you haven't had enough history to say, this sounds fishy. But everybody else, you've all got to remember all your weather reports over the past, however old you are. I personally have never, ever, ever heard a news report, a news weather report, that talked about a plume of sand traveling from Africa through the Caribbean, up the Gulf of Mexico, into the United States, up into Michigan. Zero reports in the past. Zero. All of a sudden this year, oh, it's just another normal thing. The plume just comes across the vast Atlantic. This is unbelievable. Well, not only is it unbelievable, how can that be? How can it be? I mean, what happened? What happened to change? The whole thing gets harder and harder to keep afloat. That is the mainstream media. Now, I don't know if you've been on YouTube and seen where they show the various local stations across America. They have the local branch of ABC News in every city. Every city's got a CBS News and NBC News. And, well, the YouTube shows, it's like, I don't know, 16 squares, or is it 64 squares of different local newscasters saying the exact same script. It's on YouTube. You can go and find it. What does it mean? It means that there is no independent local news. They are told what to say. The scripts are passed down from the network to the local news departments. The whole news broadcast system is a lie manufacturing corporate business. And they keep pushing it further and further. I mean, they pushed you into believing this COVID-19 story, and it's still going on. They pushed you over this fake news about George Floyd. It's all fake news, and a lot of you are still buying it. I don't know what it's going to take. It's probably going to be the alien invasion, because people have already been predicting, later this summer, early fall, that they're going to announce that there's an alien invasion. They're laughing their asses off to see how much bullshit they can pass off as news to get you to believe it. And I don't know, like the IQ of so many people is so low. People are so dumb. It's scary. It's just scary how dumb people are. A bunch of zombies, a zombie apocalypse, and they're not coming around to go and bite your arm off. They're just walking around stoned out of their mind, and they're not even on drugs. They're just stoned on stupidity. Stoned on stupidity. In any event, other news that we're not really following is on. I can't tell you anything about extraterrestrials because I already told you about the fake alien invasion. However, I'm told there's going to be a mass global meditation coming up. And the global meditation has the intention of first contact with extraterrestrials. First contact is the name that comes from Star Trek, when the advanced beings from outer space first make contact with a planetary civilization. So there are a lot of people that want to have this group meditation because they want first contact. How does that jibe with the purported fake news coming our way of an alien invasion? I mean, we've had alien invasion movies already. Independence Day, for example. 1930s, it was War of the Worlds. It was a radio broadcast. As far as my department, the Men in Black, go, we're not going to give you any updates at all about extraterrestrials. Mostly because whatever information I give you, something more crazy is going to come out. It just seems that way. I can't break any really good news for you. I mean, good in the way as a novel, because someone's always got a weirder story than I do. I kind of get annoyed at that. I'm trying to be disclosure, telling you what Men in Black know, but there's people out there that's, their stories are even more kooky than mine by a factor of 100. It's just unbelievable. So anyways, we'll give you an update on our favorite reptilian, that is Pindar. Pindar was last seen wandering around the old Hutch space station. It was abandoned by the usual group that was in there for a very long time. They ran the Slytherin bar, and anyway, those ones decided to exchange themselves and put themselves on a party bus. So now they're traveling on a convoy. I don't know if they're with Fat Cat California, but they're in a convoy. They renamed the bus Further in honor with the story of the merry pranksters in the late 1960s who traveled around in a bus. You can read about them in the Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test by Ken Kesey, that book. But anyway, they're traveling around, having a grand old time, and Pindar apparently didn't know that they were leaving the Hutch space station, and he was wandering around checking all the rooms. It's an enormous space station, and he's looking for all of the people that used to be there. And he's like scratching his head, wondering where they all went. So I don't really know what's going to happen. We just heard from him briefly, and he sounded a little bit, kind of, where is everybody? I don't know if it was confused. It sounded a little bit confused and a little bit unhappy. I think he misses everyone. So I don't know how they're going to, maybe they're going to figure out how to beam him to the bus. And I haven't seen Pindar for quite a long time, and my associate Tad Fogelis has not seen. He hasn't seen me either. He's been on extended duty somewhere, and I don't know if he's gone to Mars or Japan. We were wondering also about, this is not Men in Black, but this is some of the missing characters from our channel. We haven't heard from Vasily Fisk in a long time, or Andrew Chernyenko, his partner. Vasily had an office on Carnaby Street in London, England, and the other one, Chernyenko, was hanging out in a casino in Macau, China. They're supposed to be detectives, metaphysical detectives, and they haven't checked in. We kind of sort of heard a little bit from Bob Ross down in Australia, the Enlightenment coach. Hardly at all. DJ Chance has not been heard from. Little by Little has not been heard from. Arbuthnot the Pirate has not been heard from. I don't know, there's quite a few, the ones that used to come around that we haven't heard from too much. And as far, I don't know what else to tell you. We heard so many cuckoo stuff on YouTube, and we're trying to, other than, I don't know. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna give up on alien stories, and I'm gonna focus on the sandstorm. I don't know.
Oh, I'm kinda, I found myself alone on the hot station. I found out that everyone left. I didn't want to get left alone, but in the end, I'm kind of happy because I don't know how to tell you. I got a whole new pile of people that came from the hutch, and we're having a renovation sale. So if you want any of the old artifacts from the hutch, they're we'll just give them to you. We have like a white chair that King Clancy used to sit in, a plastic chair. Then we don't know what to do with the old bar. There's like a stinky old bar. Do you want to come to the bar? Just take it away. We don't want it anymore. We have a swimming pool that's like full of algae. It's pretty much an Olympic-sized pool. It's just got, like very heavy algae growth. We have an ion cannon that no one knows if it works. The old Hut space station needs major renovations. It stinks. We're gonna bring in fumigators because we don't know what's in it, bed bugs. And then we're gonna reno it, and then we're going to see if we can get someone to fix the engines because it's got engines, and we might want to move. The location is kind of like everyone knows, and all the intergalactic lowlife come there. And if we, renovate it, we don't want them, to bring the bed bugs back. So we're going to move it. If we can't get the engines going, we're just going to get a space tow. We're going to get a tow to a new location. Something that. I'm not gonna tell you in case the lowlife are, listening. And as far as that bus go, watch out for that space bus. Remember Spaceballs? I got a space bus. That's the kind of bus. It's not a bus, like I guess it is a bus. It could go on land, but it's space bus, like Rick Moranis and John Candy. Spaceballs.